So using the workflow that we created in the previous video, and which we then assigned to the Structured Masters course, we're now going to create an application. In that workflow, we configured a very simple application form. It had two sections, and the first one is personal information, the second one is contact details. So it's a very simple application form just to demonstrate what's going to happen here with the workflow. So in this example, we're going to create an applicant. I think I'm going to call him, that's a previous example, so we'll use Brian Gallagher, and we'll give him a date of birth, 12, 1986, we'll say he's male, proceed to the application form, fill in some contact details for him, for you, and a phone number. And as you can see, it's a very simple application form, but it's just for demonstration purposes. We can obviously put as many application sections as we like by configuring it in the workflow, but we're just going to keep it simple for now. So we're going to submit this application to the Structured Masters. Your application has now been submitted. So what should have happened now is a email should have been sent to the first assessor. That is the assessor for the first stage in the workflow who has to assess this application and all applications that come for this workflow and for this course. In this case, the first assessor in the chain in the workflow was the international office, and we've put some people in the group for the international office, and we have this person here, so is PAC 20 demo assessor number 1, and they're in that international office group. So we can see they've just got an email. Go down to the bottom. These were some we made earlier, and we can see here the template that we've used is a very simple pending task email, application pending assessment. In future, assessors won't be spammed with many of these per day as applications come in, but rather receive summaries on a daily basis. The first one will tell you you've work to do, and then every day reminding you of how much work you would have to do. So the idea here is that we've got a link that we can click into, and it brings us straight into the application assessment. So we're going to be assessing Brian Gallagher, who's the applicant who just made their application form. You can see their first name, their last name, all the details they put in. We can flick through their application form. So these are the sections in the application form as they would be presented to them. We can see we've got instructions. So this is the name is the international office. That's our stage in the workflow that we're at. And we have the instructions. Please review the English language competency. So at this point, I might open up, for example, a PDF that might have been attached if we had that uploaded in the workflow. So this is just an example. The PDF will open. We assess their IELTS, for example. And we'll go back. And we might say, yes, we approve this person and proceed them to the workflow. So proceeding them, choose an applicant from the left to get started. So that has now been progressed to the next person. So what has happened is it's passed through the international office, and now it should have triggered the next person in the workflow, the next group who assessed the next stage. For the workflow we chose, and the next stage was, I believe, the faculty review, department review for the qualifications. So we're going to open up a different email. I think I used Firefox for this one. So there's another assessor here logged in Firefox. I've used different browsers so I can open multiple email inboxes for different people. This person is PAC 20 demo assessor number 2. And clicking into this, we can see another similar email. And clicking in here, I go, oh, I see I've work to do. I click in, and it brings me in. And now Brian Gallagher. Now it's on to personal assessment. So this is my stage. This is my job to assess this, the personal assessment of this applicant. I see their name is Brian Gallagher. I look at all their information. I can click into the documents like there was before. My instructions are, please assess the valuabilities of applicant for the course. So I might be assessing their previous degree qualifications or something to that effect. Obviously, again, can see all parts of their information, and I can proceed again through the workflow. Okay, now our third assessor, who is maybe a faculty assessor, and this is their inbox, and again, clicking through, go into the application. Now, I'm actually not going to open up this in Internet Explorer because we aren't supporting Internet Explorer just yet. It'll come later in the month. So I'm going to open that up in Internet Explorer, and here we go. We are now at the section fill quota. So we know the purpose of this assessor is to fill the quota by looking at a number of applications and deciding who gets through and who doesn't. Later on, we're going to have a lookup at the bottom here, which will show other applicants from the courses for the given course, so that they can be assessed against each other as per the stage that we created in the workflow. And now proceeding this, the application is now being moved on through the workflow. So that completes this this video demo of progression through the workflow using the one we configured in the previous video. Thank you.